Hi everybody and welcome. This is a Verbling class with me. I'm teacher Amy and today's class is a writing class. So if you want to practice your writing skills, if you want to practice using those new words that you learned this week or that new grammar structure that you were revising in one of the Verbling classes, or perhaps you just want to have a bit of a brush up on your writing skills, then come along and join us as we practice our writing this lesson. We'll spend the first half of the lesson writing and the second half of the lesson correcting our work and going over anything that we need to do to improve. So do come along in and join us. Before we get started on today's writing class, let me just let you know that there are 2 pages that you can use to I don't know, sort of increase your time here with Verbling and make it more valuable maybe. If you want to find out some specific information or if you just want to keep in touch with us, you can check out either the Facebook page or the Verbling teacher page, which you can see there in the chat box. The Facebook page is just a way of keeping in touch via Facebook, and if you are a Facebook addict, then it's a good way of keeping in touch with Verbling English and the teachers. If you want to find out something specific about one of the teachers, if you want to check out their schedule, see when they have private tutoring sessions, also see when their next classes are coming up, then you can go to the Verbling teacher page, which is the second link, and you can check all that stuff out. And if you have any further questions about anything, then you can also write a message. So do go ahead, check out those pages when you have a bit of spare time. And while we wait for the students to arrive, actually we have one student here already, which is great, so I'm going to say hi to Sergey.
Absolutely right. Hello, Amy.
Hello. Sorry, how do I say your name?
Sergey, right?
Sergey. Yay, I got it right. I didn't hear that, sorry. Woohoo! All right, Sergey, where are you from?
To guess that?
Do I have to guess?
Yes.
I think you are from Russia.
Correct.
Woohoo! What? This is great. 2 out of 2 already, and it's only the first few minutes of the class. It's a good Friday. So,
Yeah.
tell me, Sergey, we haven't met before, but tell me a bit about yourself.
Okay. No, just now I'm a student, and at once I just visit this website, and it like for me, and I decide to do lessons here. It's great. It's really good practice. Most kind and friendly persons here.
Oh,
I
that's
really appreciate it.
great. What great news. I'm so pleased to hear that, Sergey. That's great that you're having a good
But
experience.
unfortunately, only one minus about this place. It's so late. It's midnight now in Moscow. But it's my how to say, my wish to learn English. It's more when I would like more when sleep.
Yes. All right. So you'd rather learn English than sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right.
Wow, what a dedicated student. All right, so Sergey, if you check out the Verbling schedules, then you should be able to find some classes that are better suited to your time zone as well. So maybe have a look and see if you can find any. Because the teachers will change, but there'll be still lots of classes on offer, so maybe that will help you out a little bit.
Okay, I'll look later. Okay, thank you.
No worries. Welcome to the class and lovely to meet you. And let's also say hello to Hajar.
Yes, hi.
Did I get that right?
Yes, Hazar.
Woohoo! 3 out of 3. I'm going up, guys. All right, Hajar, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Thank you. I'm from Morocco.
You're from where? Oh, Hajar, I can't hear you very well. Is it your connection or mine? Can you guys hear me okay?
Connection today.
Ah, okay, I heard it a second. So, Hajar, sorry, can you repeat that? Tell me where you're from again?
I'm from Morocco.
You're from Russia?
No, Morocco.
Morocco.
Yes.
finally. All right, that's great news that you're from Morocco. I'm sorry, is your connection is maybe a little bit wobbly, but don't worry because we're doing writing today, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
It's lovely to meet you. I'm sorry I wasn't able to hear which country you're from. All right, guys. Who else do we have? We have Alex. Hello, long time no see.
Exactly. Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine, thank you.
Great. How's everything been going? Tell me about what's happened in the last few months.
I've just been drowning in work.
Drowning in work. Nicely put. I'm sorry to hear that, though. That sounds a bit stressful.
Yeah, but I do watch classes. Sometimes I just don't participate, but yeah, I do watch.
All right. Great. Well, it's so nice to see you, Alex, and welcome.
Emmy, I'm sorry. Can I ask where from, Alexandra?
Russia.
Okay, correct.
Yes.
You've got that correct. All right. We're seeing who can get the biggest number of points today. All right, so we've got two lovely Russians, a lovely Moroccan, and we have Ismail from Turkey. Hey, Ismail.
Hi, Emmy. How
Nice
are
to
you?
see you. How are you today? I'm great, thanks.
I am doing well, thank you, Emmy.
Excellent. That's good to hear, Ismail. In actual fact, it's Friday for me, so I'm always in a good mood naturally on a Friday. But today it's raining. But the good thing is that I actually have a day filled with work, so at least I'm not going to be regretting the fact that I can't go outside today. So all in all, it's a good day for me so far. All right, everybody. Today's class is a really free writing class. We have a very easy topic. Or maybe not. It's sort of as hard or as easy as you like. I've pasted the link to the document in the chat box, but it's just blank. So you're very welcome to write somewhere in your computer, and then you can copy and paste it, and we'll put it onto the document before we correct. So at the moment there are 4 of us here, so we're going to have a nice kind of 20-25 minutes to do some writing. Our topic for today is, does anyone remember or know? No?
Who's constant
Alright.
members?
Pardon?
Who's constant members?
Who are constant members?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, really. It's hard as a teacher to tell that because sometimes students come to all of your classes or maybe one now and again. But our writing topic for today, guys, is something, or maybe more than one thing, that you cannot live without. Okay?
It's very
So,
important.
let's have a brainstorm for a second. I'm going to start you off because I have a couple of things like this in my life, and one of them, predictably, because I'm British, is tea. I can't live without tea. I am the grumpiest person ever without tea. So I'm going to do, if we have a little brainstorm, let's just get some ideas flowing on the document. If you can come into it, guys. And I'm going to write here, tea. Can you guys think of some things that you can't live without and type them up there for us so that we get going with some ideas? We just spend like 2 minutes having a brainstorm. So anything in your life that you feel like you can't live without. Off you go. Go crazy. Is it something that you consume? Is it an experience? Is it a person? Is it an object? Is it...
It can be everything.
Could be anything you like. Anything.
Okay.
And it can also be more than one thing.
Who is that?
Have we got no ideas, guys? Are we really stuck? Oh, okay. We've got some... We've got the internet from a viewer. That's a good one. I'm going to put that one in there. I don't think I can live without the internet because I wouldn't be able to earn any money. All right, how are we going, guys? Have we got any ideas?
A lot of ideas.
Excellent. Where are you typing them? Are you typing them down? Let's see. Can you type a few of them for us, Sergey, either on the document or in the chat box so that we can just get inspired by each other's ideas?
Oh, I'm sorry. And I guess we should to write in a paper, in our paper.
All right, that's all right. If you want to get started, you can go ahead and write down your ideas straight away in private. If you want to, just type a few of your ideas straight on here, just like I've done with internet and tea, just in case there's anyone who's a bit stuck, it can help them out with some ideas, okay? So that's an optional choice. The general instructions, guys, are you've got 20 to 25 minutes to write something, and after that we will read and correct your work. So type it somewhere, either on this document or on your computer. I will be here throughout the whole time, but I'll be quiet so you can concentrate. And if you guys can all just mute your microphones while you're writing, then we can stay nice and quiet. So off you go. I will see you in about 20 minutes. If you have any questions, just ask. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had a problem with my browser, but it seems to be back working. Another sort of 5 minutes, all right? So if you just want to keep working, and we'll come and start corrections in about 5 minutes. I'll just get the page back up. All right, guys, it's time to think about finishing off your writing. So if you can just sort of like check it through, double check for any errors that you've made, and then whoever's ready and wants to go first, just let me know.
I'm ready.
Excellent. All right, Sergey. Whereabouts is your writing? Could you either paste it into the document or into the chat box, please?
Okay, we need to write by only one word.
You can write on one or more. It's totally up to you.
But is it like a game or it doesn't matter?
It's your choice, Sergey. So if you want, if you haven't told us what your item is, we can try and guess, which will make it fun for us. But if you have, it doesn't matter. It's just for writing practice. But we
Can
need
I
you
write
to.
all words?
Huh? Yeah,
Can I
sure.
write all words? Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Just a moment, I press.
All right. Brilliant. Cool.
It's my words.
All right. Wow, you've got a lot of words. All right, so you haven't actually written anything about them. You've just been thinking of different words things you can't live without. Is that correct?
Sorry, don't really understand you.
All right, no problem. So, Sergey, what we're going to do is I would like you to go through your words and tell me why you can't live without your things, okay?
Okay, now I understand. Okay. Oh, what I'm doing now is I learn English and it's part of my life. It's also
Okay.
I cannot live without it. Health. It's a stupid, yes, to discuss.
Yes, it's pretty obvious, absolutely.
Like another feelings, it's like happiness, patience, love. It's also very important. I think people don't cannot live without love, without patience, and of course it can be. I write relatives. It can be girlfriend, boyfriend, and another relatives which we like, which we love, to respect them.
Okay, relatives, Sergey, relatives.
Oh, very good. Thank you for correction. Relatives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another 4 words. It's also typical: air, water, sun, ocean. It's we all of us. We are breathe each second, each moment, and we also cannot live without water. We need around several liters a day for keeping in a good shape.
Yep.
Yeah, and the sun, it's also.
For sure.
Yeah.
So just a correction then. Air, we breathe, not we are breathe, just we breathe, okay?
Breathe?
Yeah, so straight we breathe. Or you can say we are breathing, but not we are breathe, okay?
Yeah, okay, sorry.
No problem. I'm interested in this one, Sergey. Why did you choose ocean?
Ocean. Oh, it's a very big story. I couldn't try to waste time now to explain. Ocean.
All right,
it's with ocean, it's connect many emotions for me.
Okay, it's connected to many emotions.
Yes, connected to many emotions for me.
Nice. I really like that. I have to say, I think I'm the same, Sergey. Can you give me an example? Just one emotion?
One emotion?
Yeah.
You know, when you visit ocean or sea, you would like to come back, and it couldn't say only words. It's a deep inside you. It's a very deep feelings.
All right, I agree. I think the ocean. Do you live near the ocean?
No.
You live far away. How far?
How far? It's several thousand kilometers.
Wow. So going to the ocean for you is
That's why
really
I
special.
fall in love in the ocean.
Fall in love with the ocean. Fall in love with. All right, keep going. I'm interested in the next one.
Okay, the next one is friends, because it's how to say, it's very dangerous in our life to be alone without anybody.
Mhm.
And parents, it's also pets. It's like for funny. Of course, we
Mhm.
can live without pets, but sometimes pets become to feel much better.
Make you feel much better. Mhm.
Yes, make feel much better.
That's so true. Do you have a pet?
I know. I'm not. I have not. I'm
You
sorry. I
don't.
haven't.
You don't.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. If you did have a pet, what would you like to have, Sergey? What
A
kind
big
of
dog.
a big dog?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Me too. I don't have a dog either, but I love dogs. They're always so happy.
Dog. It's a better friend than the people sometimes.
Yeah, I think so, because they can't talk, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, keep going.
Oh, the next word, I don't know why I write. It's because gravitation is also very important. Why we broke down our place and and
I think you mean
another things.
gravity, Sergey, rather than
Gravity.
gravitation. Gravity.
Gravity. Okay, it's
Yeah,
better.
yeah. Yep, well, absolutely. We can't live without gravity. Good point. What about adventures? Why did
What
you
about
choose adventures?
adventures? Oh, adventures. It's connected to ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and any travel for me, it's a lot of adventures, and I really like it
Okay, awesome.
because without its life became very boring.
Mm-hmm, for sure. I love your list so far, Sergey. You've really thought hard about this. Keep going. It's great.
Yes, forest. I do forest. I do sport in the forest. I like to spend the weekend in the forest. I also it's difficult to live
Mm-hmm.
without forest,
Yeah.
without fresh air and so on.
Yeah, definitely for me too. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Theater, cinema, and shopping, it's like advertisement. Oh, no, I'm sorry, entertainment.
Yeah.
Uh, it's also like to make white your viewer. I
To
mean,
make.
uh, I mean to be more intelligent, to be more smarter, to visit
Aha, okay.
places. Yes, for like also reading books. I unfortunately I forget to write a book here.
Okay. So maybe you could put here like something like to open your mind, maybe?
Yes, open your mind, my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and okay,
Whoopsie daisy. Keep going.
yeah,
Yep.
and it's for laughing nuclear technology and nanotechnology. Yeah, just joke.
Yeah. All right. Sergey, I really, really liked that list, and your explanation of all those things. And it's funny how some things obviously all humans need, right? Like air, water. But it's really interesting to see the particular things that you have chosen, that you couldn't live without. So it gives a really good idea of what kind of person you are and what things are important to you. And very nice explanation. Well done.
Thank you very much, Amy.
All right, let's see if either Ismail or Alex are ready. Who is it who's pasted some writing at the top of the page?
I'm ready. Yes, this is
Is
mine.
that you, Alex? All right, so hold on a second. We'll make it bigger so that we can see it really clearly. And could you please read it for us?
Okay. At first, I drew up a long list of my favorites, but then I narrowed it down to 4. So here they are. A first thing on the list is a mug of hot coffee. I can never resist its tempting flavor and mild taste. I especially like cappuccino with milk. Many people say that coffee is detrimental to your health, but since I don't have any other bad habits, I let coffee be my only guilty pleasure. I also can't imagine my life without books. A visit to a well-stocked bookstore just drives me crazy. So imagine how jubilant I was when I visited a 5-story bookstore in New York. I'm totally fanatical about traveling. In my opinion, traveling is the best investment you can make. Materialistic things can provide you with a short-term feeling of happiness, whereas traveling enriches you across the board, giving you a chance to see the world from a different perspective and opening up the wonders of the world you would never know. I guess I should add about. You would never know about if you didn't travel. I fully agree with the saying that nobody comes back home after traveling being the same person. To finish up my list, I would like to mention another thing I wouldn't be able to live without, and it's a thought-provoking movie with a gripping plot, which totally knocks your consciousness over.
Awesome, Alexandra. Thank you. I really like your choice, because I have to say that apart from the fact that I would choose tea instead of coffee, our lists look very similar. So let's have a look, okay? The first one is hot coffee, and I must say I do enjoy coffee too. At first I drew up a long list of my favourites. Alright, I just want to point out, favourites that right here, you've spelt it in the British way, okay? But then later on, you've spelt flavour in the American way.
Yes, I know.
Do you want to just choose one and we'll stick with it? So would you prefer UK or US just for this little piece of writing?
I think US.
Alright, so let's get rid of the U, okay? And then we'll try and keep it standardized. So at first I drew up a long list of my favorites, but then I narrowed it down to 4. Well done. Quite difficult. So here they are. So the first thing, because there's only one. We always use the if there's only one. There's only one first thing, right? You can't have two first things. Is a mug of hot coffee. I like the way you chose mug. Was that on purpose?
Yes, yes.
Do you prefer drinking from a mug to drinking from a cup?
I think cups are more suitable for tea.
Okay, nicely put. All right. A mug of hot coffee. I can never resist its tempting flavour and mild taste. I especially like cappuccino. We usually spell with 2 P's, even though it's like not even an English word, with milk. Many people say that coffee is detrimental to your health. I know, isn't that annoying? But since don't forget we always put I in, I think we're supposed to have 2 C's there as well. There we go. I is always in a capital. Alright, but since I don't have any other bad habits, I let coffee be my only guilty pleasure. Okay, coffee, good choice. Next one, books, also good choice. I also can't imagine my life without books. A visit to a well-stocked bookstore just drives me crazy. So imagine how jubilant I was when I visited a 5-story bookstore in New York. Is that true? When did you go?
I was there this summer.
Oh, did you buy anything?
Of course I did.
How many books did you buy, Alex?
Oh, just incredible amount, incredible number, really.
And you filled up your suitcase with them?
Yes, yes. And you know, when I also was in Washington, D.C., and when the shop assistant saw how many books I wanted to buy, she immediately thought that I was the member of the club. She was like, "Are you a member of the club?" Because I guess only members of the club, the book club, buy so many books. And I said that, well, if I lived in DC, I would definitely be the member of the club.
Do you have book clubs in Russia?
I'm not sure. I guess no. At least in my city.
Okay. We seem to have clubs for literally anything you can imagine in this country. Like, anytime you go to a shop, they ask you to join their club, and it gets really annoying. But, yeah, I agree. A bookshop is one of the best places to go ever. All right, I'm totally fanatical about traveling. So traveling should be with one L, okay, if we're going with US writing. In my opinion, traveling is the best investment you can make. Materialistic things. Here I would say, Alex, material things. Because if you say materialistic, it's sort of like describing someone's attitude or someone's character rather than a thing. Okay, so material things. If you love material things, you're materialistic. Okay?
Okay, I got it.
Material things can provide you with a short-term feeling of happiness, whereas traveling enriches you across the board, giving you a chance to see the world from a different perspective and opening up the wonders of the world you would never know if you didn't travel. Opening up the wonders of the world you would never know about is what we added, isn't it? If you didn't travel. Just to make this even better, I would say opening you up to the wonders of the world, because it's really specific about you, right? So that's my suggestion. You can keep it how you had it before, but to me this makes more sense.
Okay.
I fully agree with the saying. Usually we call it the saying because there's usually only one saying, right? It's a specific saying. So I fully agree with the saying that nobody comes back after traveling the same person. You don't actually need this here. And you can also say nobody comes back home the same person after traveling. Okay? There we go. Perfect. To finish up my list, I would like to mention another thing I wouldn't be able to live without, and it's a thought-provoking movie with a gripping plot, which totally knocks you consciousness over. What do you mean by knocks your consciousness over?
I don't know how to say flip your consciousness, kind of change your consciousness.
Maybe challenges? You could say something like, okay, totally challenges your consciousness, or maybe you could say knocks you
like
head over heels.
Blows you away.
Yeah. Challenges your perceptions. It's over. It sounds a bit strange. So maybe choose either the knocking or the consciousness part, and then you can create a phrase that sounds good from that. That's what I'd suggest. All right, Alex, that was awesome. Well done. Really, really only a tiny, tiny few mistakes, and very interesting and beautifully written. So well done.
Thank you.
All right, so Ismail, are you ready?
Yes, Emmy, I am ready.
Great. Where is your writing? Could you put it somewhere for me, either in the document or in the chat box, please?
Okay. I'm going to paste it in the document.
All right. Great. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so you've got double spacing and singular space. Is this all of what you've written here,
Okay.
Ismail? Okay, brilliant.
I have written my name.
That's cool. That's great. All right, so there's a lot here. Well done. You've obviously worked really hard. Can you read it, please, for us?
Me? Okay. I can't live without my computer. I get used it very much lately. I spend most of my time in front of the digital screen. I was not a good example for my 6-year-old son. Nobody talk any subject with each other at home. After dinner, my son usually went into his room with his iPad. When I sat on my computer desk, my wife was opening her smartphone and check her Facebook account. Even at weekends, we didn't go out and socialize with our friends. I was not knowing that our techno addiction went such a point, but actually computer technology got us as a prisoner, and we couldn't free us from this development. At early age of my son, I didn't want to install any internet connection to my home. I didn't open any game on the computer. Then I tried to stay away from the computer technology. But it doesn't carry on long time. After a while, I began to think that I need to update myself because I sometimes couldn't understand new developments in the techno field. My coworkers were talking at the noon break about the terms which I didn't hear before. I was falling behind. I decided to return to the techno world again. It was a very difficult decision for me and my family, but we should do something because my son enrolled in his new primary school and we had to follow his school homeworks, lesson, etc. on the net. I got installed a new internet connection to my home and we returned back to generic world again. We couldn't give up the computers. Our spending time has increased day by day. I tried to stop this development, but I am not sure that I will be successful to control our computer addictions. It is almost impossible to separate my son from gaming on the net. It turned out to be another boy, and I couldn't recognize him. It is also difficult to limit my spouse from surfing on the social platform. I couldn't stop myself surfing on the net too. We couldn't actually do with or without computers.
I guess
Ismail,
we have a right.
yeah, I absolutely, Sergey. I was just going to say that. You've written something really that's made me think, Ismail. So well done. Let's just go over the corrections. But I really like the way that you've taken one of the topics and just sort of gone really into detail and explained it. And it's so true what you've written. Okay, so I can't live, not leave, but live without my computer. I get used to it very much lately. I think what you mean is you use it a lot, or you have been using it a lot lately, okay?
Yes.
I have been... I spend most of my time in front of the digital screen. I was not a good example for my 6-year-old son. So, are we talking about the present or the past at the moment, Ismail? I think we're talking about the present, aren't we? Or are you talking about a time in the past before you started to cut out computers and everything?
Yes.
All right. So,
the general time of this article is past, Amy.
all right. So, let's start with this. I can't live without my computer. And let's get rid of what I did before. Let's see, can I get back to here? Okay, I don't think we need this. I'm going to delete it, okay? And instead of that, we'll put I used to spend, because this is an explanation of the past, right? What happened before. So there we go. I used to spend most of my time in front of the digital screen. I was not a good example for my 6-year-old son. Nobody talked about anything. Nobody talked about anything with each other at home. It's so sad, but so true. After dinner, my son usually went into his room with his iPad. When I sat at my computer desk, my wife was opening her smartphone and checking, because we need to stick with the same verb tense in the same sentence if you're talking about two actions, her Facebook account. Even at weekends, we didn't go out and socialize with our friends. I was not knowing. We can't use to know in the continuous, so I didn't know, okay? I didn't know that our techno addiction went to such a point. But actually, computer technology had made us a prisoner, or perhaps we need to put prisoners, because you're talking about your whole family, I think.
Yes.
Had made us prisoners, and we couldn't free ourselves from this development. At early ages of my son. Okay, so when my son was young, I think is a better way of putting it. Or perhaps very young. You can choose that yourself. When my son was young, I didn't want to install any internet connection to my home. An internet connection. I didn't open any games on the computer. Then I tried to stay away from computer technology because it's a sort of a field. We don't need but it doesn't carry on long time. It didn't last for long. After a while, I began past simple rather than begun past participle. I began to think that I needed, because we're still in the past, right, to update myself, because I sometimes couldn't understand new developments in the techno field. My co-workers, because you've got were, talking at the noon break about terms which I hadn't heard before. I was falling behind. I decided to return to the techno world again. It was a very difficult decision for me and my family, but we should do something. But we should do is the present tense, although it sounds like it's not. We needed to do something because my son had enrolled in his new primary school, and we had to follow with an O. He had to follow his school homework. Homework is always in the singular, Ismail, I don't know why. Lessons, etc. on the net. I installed, or I got a new internet connection installed. That's better. In my home. And we returned. We don't need to say back because we already have that included. So you can say we went back or we returned to the generic world again. We couldn't give up computers. Our spending time has increased day by day. The time we spend has increased day by day. I tried to stop this development, but I'm not sure that I will be successful in controlling, with a double L, our computer addictions. It is almost impossible to separate my son from gaming on the net. He turned out to be another boy. He has turned out, because this is still happening, it's affecting the present, right? He has turned out to be another boy, and I can't recognize him. It is also difficult to limit my spouse from surfing on the social platforms. I can't stop myself from, to not be able to stop yourself from doing something, surfing on the net. We couldn't actually do with or without computers. I love your last line, Ismail, because it's so true. You can't live with them, you can't live without them, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you all of you for some really diverse and interesting writing. We've run over time, so I'm going to have to rush off because I have got another class. Would you guys mind if I pasted these writings onto my Facebook page? Because I think they're all really great. Is there anyone who would mind me doing that?
No, that's fine.
No.
All okay? Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate it. It's sometimes great for the other students to see what you've done. So lovely to see you all today. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Thank
you,
you.
Emma, for
Bye.
listening.
Bye, guys.
See you.